Hi guys, Heidi here with Idea Launch Academy. Super excited to be joining Neil Patel today for the SEO Summit. Before we get started, I know that you guys have heard so much about using SEO and SEM to grow your business, and I want to be talking to you guys a little bit about paid social, specifically Facebook ads, and teach you guys how to become paid social ninjas and really grow your business that way. So before we get started and sharing some quick tips and tricks, I want to talk about why your social media or your paid social strategy probably sucks, and I will teach you guys how to fix that. So I hope that's okay. So here are the sort of the four main reasons that we see most social strategies fail. So when you don't have a clear strategy or a clear plan or a clear structure as to what your campaigns look like, you want to use a per device approach. And I'll tell you guys a little bit about that later and how you guys can implement that. But that's sort of the game changer when you're looking to measure your campaigns and making sure that they are performing correctly. The other two bullet points here talking about understanding the cost of every single step of your funnel. So one of the reasons why you will see a lot of the failures in this space is because most people don't understand what their funnel looks like and how every penny that they're spending on Facebook ads is actually amounting to in terms of revenue. So I'll walk you guys through it. We created a calculator to make it easy for everyone that's running Facebook ads to make sure that they're doing so and staying profitable. And the last but not least is making sure that your SEM strategy, so your search strategy and your Facebook ad strategy is also working together in unison. If they're working in silos, you do not have a good grasp of your marketing, and that will, cause for a lot of waste in spend. So I'm going to be sharing you guys my two-step formula to winning paid social campaign. These are going to be three types of campaigns that you should be running if you're starting out or even if you are advanced. You want to make sure that you're running these three types of campaigns continuously. The next step, I'm going to talk about how to plan for success, make sure that your ads are staying profitable and that you have a clear strategy. I'll show you guys how to do that. So the three ads that you want to make sure that you're running, the first one is your main audience campaign. And what that is a ad that will be speaking to your ideal customer. There's two ways to do that. If you already have generated a couple of sales, you probably know what your ideal customer looks like. So you want to make sure that you lay that down, understand, where they're from, their age range, their geos, and all of that, and then use that as your saved audience for Facebook. If you're new and you're not really sure what your ideal customer looks like, you want to go ahead and quickly just Google customer persona. And I always make sure that anyone that I work with Facebook ad has a ideal customer persona or a buyer's persona created. And this is just to give you an example, right? If you're running an ad for an acne campaign or an acne product, you want to make sure that the ad is very relevant to a teenager that has acne and very boring for an old woman that's looking for um, wrinkle cream, right? So again, here is just to make sure that you're super targeted and you're not being everything to everyone in your advertisement. The second one is, I think, one of the most underrated campaign or audience targeting, which is competitor campaigns. If you have a list of competitors, which you should, you are able to use a couple of different tools that Facebook provides, but it's making sure that you are targeting their fans, right? So anyone that's buying from your competitor should most likely be buying from you because I'm sure that your product is a lot better. So you want to make sure that you're running these ads and targeting competitors. Another way to do that is to use audience insights. So if you're not too sure of a holistic list of or competitors, what you can do is just pick one or two and plug their fan page name in Audience Insight, and this will give you an idea for other pages that their fans also like, right? So, and this will give you a sense for other competitors out there that you might have missed. The last but not least is your remarketing campaigns. The reason why those are important are twofold. You want to make sure that every dollar that you're spending on generating traffic to your site, that you're staying top of mind to anyone that has shown interest, right? Because if they haven't bought today, that doesn't mean that they're not going to buy tomorrow, whenever they have time, whenever they're ready. So you want to make sure that you stay top of mind. I tend to break those campaigns in two. One is what I call your hot remarketing list, which is anyone that has visited in the last 30 days, and anyone else that has visited beyond that, so between 30 and 180 days, is a little bit colder. So you want to target them with or retarget them with a different message and a different copy. Um, so that's sort of the strategy there. Another feature that Facebook came up with a couple of weeks ago, which is you're able to now target anyone that has interacted with your Facebook page in the past 360 days, so in the past year. That's a great way to re-engage with people that may not be as active as you would want them. So that's also another feature that you may want to look at. Another of my ninja tips, make sure that you break every single one of these campaigns per device or per placement. And the reason I say that is if you let Facebook pick the placement for you, you'll find that it will skew mostly towards mobile, which is okay because most of the social traffic anyways is mobile, but you want to make sure you have a good grasp as to what are the device types or device placement that are working best for your type of offer or your type of business. And once you get a good sense for that, you're going to be able to optimize a lot better. So here's what it would look like. This is just a screenshot of the dashboard, the Facebook UI. So we were running a campaign for alumni. So this is our general or main audience. This is our competitors campaign, and this is our remarketing campaign. One step below or one level deeper, we always break them down through mobile, desktop, and Instagram. So this is what it would look like. I just created these campaigns for the sake of this presentation, so there's really no data here, but this is what you want your campaigns to look like. All right, so next, let's talk about planning for massive success. So before we get into that, the first question that I always get from, anyone that's sort of launching their Facebook campaigns is how much should I spend on Facebook? And my answer is how much do you want to make in revenue? I always share this gift with everyone that I work with. If you work with me before, if you've seen any of our ads or landing pages, there's always the same gift there. And the idea is to say that if you do not have a clear goal, it's very difficult for you to get there, right? So you want to make sure that you have a clear revenue goal that you're trying to achieve with every single campaign that you're launching. And I'll show you guys what that looks like in terms of Facebook. So first, number one, you want to understand how your funnel converts so you're able to predict for your ad spend to make sure that you're staying in the green. So what we've done is we created this very simple spreadsheet calculator. I'll share that with you in a quick second. And essentially, this is what it looks like. And what this is, make sure, and what this is essentially is a just a calculator to show you how to make sure that your ads are staying profitable. So for the sake of this exercise, let's change those numbers here. All you have to do is change the numbers that are in the orange boxes, and the yellow boxes will change automatically. So say that we want to generate 10K, and the product that we're selling or the service is $125. So this will give us the number of sales that we need to generate and the amount of time that we have um, that we have decided on over here. The next step that you want to do is understand your funnel conversion rates. If you're already running a business and you've had those numbers, you can go ahead and plug them in here. You should know what your sales to conversion rate are, your sales conversion rates are, and your landing page conversion rates. If you do not, and this is your first time, you want to run your Facebook ads for a couple of weeks so you can get those solid numbers and plug them here. And essentially, your landing page conversion rate, you want to make sure that it's anywhere above 24%. Again, it depends on the industry, but 24% is very much standard. If you're anything below that, you might want to revisit your landing page elements and make sure that you're converting a little bit better than this. And here, and those numbers will tell you the amount of customers that you should focus on getting in order to hit your revenue goal. Lastly, here is your ad estimate, your ad spend estimate. Here, your cost per lead, you'll get that on your Facebook UI. And say that your cost per lead is 10 cents. This tells you that you'll have to spend about $1,600 in order to generate $10,000 in revenue, and that's okay, you're still in the green. But say that you're running your campaigns and you find out that some of your campaigns are generating cost per lead at $10. This will this will tell you that you'll have to spend over 100K in order to generate $10,000 in revenue. So as you can see, that's not smart at all, and you're losing money. So you want to make sure that your cost per lead are going to be low enough to where this number is always going to be less than your revenue goal. So before we wrap up today, I just share this case study with you guys. This is exactly what we've done using the step that I laid out for you a little bit earlier and the calculator to make sure that we were staying profitable. Our goal was to generate 300 leads in 24 hours at about a CPL of 12 to 14 cents, I believe. And obviously here we exceeded goal, but as you can see on the left hand side, the campaign structure was exactly as the one that I had described with you to you earlier. We turned down desktop because it was underperforming and we kept running with mobile and Instagram. We spent a little bit under $81 for the 2-day period, and our CPL was about 8 cents. So a lot under what we wanted to spend, so that was great. And this is the dashboard view 1 day in. This is the software that we use to do the landing pages. Just to speak about the conversion rate, we were at 24%, so very standard. We just threw the landing page together. We didn't do any type of extra optimization on it, and the results were great. So I just wanted to share this with you guys to show you that this process actually works, and that if you implement it for your business, you will be able to see results as well. So we had so much fun spending time with you guys today. I hope those tips and tricks will be helpful for your businesses. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. And again, it was an amazing time at the Neil Patel Summit, and we look forward to speaking with you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.